Hello guys, so welcome to a new video. I literally just woke up and I have here my friend Nuka. She's super happy because we are going to pick up mushrooms today, and for that we have here ready our baskets to pick up mushrooms. One of them is broken. Yeah, as you can see we have more. And actually, to be honest, we are going on a Sunday, which is the worst day to go because everyone has had time during the weekend to go already, well, Saturday. But the thing is that I just came yesterday from Munich, so there was no other chance and I really wanted to go pick up mushrooms. So here we are, let's go! And I was forgetting already. And the trick to go there is that you always need to wear like super shitty clothes because you go inside the forest and you go everywhere. So I'm wearing something super old. I don't know, you cannot appreciate here, but yeah, super old. Anyways, let's get it! Let's get it, Luca! Luca, let's get it! Get it! Wow! Somebody's happy. Alright, so before we go on with the video, let me pause for a second and give a bit of context to everything. As you just saw, today I will be taking you to pick up mushrooms, which is something super typical here in Catalonia, like the region in Spain I'm from. And of course I do not have to mention that we'll be picking, of course, eatable mushrooms. And now you might be thinking, what is this guy doing? This is a channel of finance related topics. And yes, you are right, but money is involved in almost everything in life, and the same happens with mushrooms, at least in Catalonia. In today's video, I will not only be taking you with me on a trip to pick up mushrooms, but I will also be sharing with you the numbers behind the hypothetical case in which we picked up these mushrooms and we were to sell them in restaurants or shops. Nevertheless, we will continue with that later, and now let's go to the car and head to the mountains. We are here ready in the car and Claudia is driving. Hopefully we get there safe. Mom and Dad are here and Nuka is there. Nuka! Yay! Alright, so we just parked and it's pretty... It's freezing! It's freezing cold! But yeah, we are ready. We are a bit late, to be honest, but we are here and we'll let you know how it goes. Let's go! Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to... I think we found something. Wow. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, and there are 4 more there. Now I can picture some of you watching who have never probably gone picking up mushrooms, and you might be thinking, that's it? That's all the action there is? And the answer is yes, there's not much more to it, but I just find it super nice to be able to go to the forest, be in the nature, and get your own free and very tasty food. Okay guys, so we finally made it to the car and this is how much we got. not bad, to be honest. It was the first time here, and now we are going back home.
Let's go!
Bye bye. My mom is an influencer.
Hi!
And here we have everything we picked up today. And now comes the best part, which is to clean them. Who volunteers? Mom, Dad, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we need to cook them, and then we'll probably eat them and freeze the rest. When getting home, the first and very important thing to do is to check how much or how many mushrooms did we pick up. And in this case, the first basket weighed 3.7 kilograms, the second one 3.1 kilograms, and the third one 3.3 kilograms. If we add all of them up and deduct the weight of the basket, the basket itself without the mushrooms, which was of each around 300 grams, we reached to a net figure of 9.2 kilograms of mushrooms that we picked up. Which is certainly not bad for a new spot that we had never been to. And this is why you have that, because then they clean the mushroom for you. No, so now I will start and help him.
This is the most interesting part.
Okay, thank you. After cleaning them, the only thing left is to cook them and then eat them, in which you can eat them in many different ways, with meat, with pasta, yeah, I don't know, whatever you can imagine. But I've unfortunately forgot to film that part. Nevertheless, I think that you already got a bit of a picture of what the whole thing of picking up mushrooms looks like. So now let's go and see the numbers behind it. Because in this occasion, we decided to keep all of the mushrooms that we had picked up, but there are some times in which we pick so many that the only options there are really are either you give them away to friends or family members or you sell them. So now let's go and check how much could we have made if we had decided to take these mushrooms and instead of keeping them, gone and sold them. And please note that the best part of selling, besides the numbers that we will see now, is that you don't have to clean the mushrooms, which is the most boring part ever and the worst part of it all. Before starting with the calculations, I think that it is important to mention that the prices of mushrooms vary a lot and depend on many different factors. So for instance, if it has been a good season, it has rained a lot, then maybe the prices are a bit lower, let's say maybe for instance 10 euros per kilogram, but then if it has been a year in which it has not rained that much, there are not that many, then the prices usually are maybe 15 euros per kilogram. And that's not it, because then of course, depending on the size of the mushroom, if these are smaller mushrooms, then you get paid more for them. If they are bigger, then you get less because they are usually older. But also there are different types of mushrooms and you also get different prices depending on which mushrooms, because of course there are some that are valued more and others less. So for this example, just to make it simple and leaving all of this aside, we will assume that we sell them at 10 euros per kilogram, the 9.2 kilograms of mushrooms that we picked up. But this is not really accurate, because when you go and sell them, you usually don't manage to sell all of the mushrooms that you picked up, the 9.2 kilograms in this case, and something more realistic to say would be that you can end up selling 7 kilograms. And this is because sometimes the mushrooms have worms inside and then of course you cannot sell them, or sometimes they just break into pieces and they don't look good enough to be sold. So in the end, let's just say that we sell 7 kilograms of mushrooms at 10 euros per kilogram, as we mentioned before, which would amount to a total of 70 euros that we would have made in this particular day. Of course, this is not something that you will get rich with, as it requires a lot of time, but I think that if it's something that you are passionate about, that you like, going to the mountain, doing something different, it is certainly a nice thing to be able to do something that you like, and on the top of that, get paid for it. Also, I must say that this time we did not pick that many mushrooms, also because first it was a new place, we didn't know it that well, and secondly we were not planning on selling them, it was just for ourselves and we already had enough, so there was a point in which we said that we would stop, but we have certainly had times in which we have picked many more. But leaving the clarifications aside, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, something a bit different. If you enjoyed it, then please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, and as always, see you next time.